People in recovery need prevention tools just like people who have never experienced addiction. One of the things people wonder about when they are getting clean and sober is, will I ever have fun again? Well, Shannan McCahan is here to tell you a little bit about all the activities that occur through the Triangle Recovery Club, from meetings to sporting events and social activities. Hey, Shannan.
Hello.
I am super excited to have you here to talk about a place near and dear to my heart, the Triangle Recovery Club. And I know that you've been involved with the Triangle Recovery Club since day one, since it had opened up. Can you, first off, tell us a little bit about what the idea is and what the idea of the Triangle Recovery Club is?
So the Triangle Recovery Club is a nonprofit. We're a nonprofit organization under the umbrella of the Community Foundation of Carroll County. And we are a place, it is a building that we rent that we host, or are a home for 12-step meetings. And it can be any type of 12-step meeting. We're a place where people in recovery can come and hang out. They can come and shoot pool. They can come and do step work with a sponsee or a sponsor. It's a place to come that's safe, where they can come and do sober stuff. And we also do host lots of different activities out in the community, because we didn't get sober to be boring and sit around and do nothing, right? So there's all kinds of things that we do. Softball tournaments, Halloween wiffle ball, in costume tournaments, bingos, you name it, we do all kinds of fun stuff.
So the idea behind the Triangle Recovery Club is a place that houses 12-step meetings. And it's also, is it open, what are the hours? Is it open from morning, 24 hours? Or is there certain times that people can get in? And how are they able to get in?
So if you are a member of the club, you pay a small fee during the year, which is a donation to help keep the club up and running, because it costs money, to run the place. And you will get a key card, and you can come in from the morning until 11 o'clock at night. That's when our doors will be locked. But you could come in if you're a member at any time you want to use any of the facilities and to hang out.
One of the things I know is crucial for people that are living in sober living and living in needing a place to go. So what are there meetings? Do they have morning meetings, evening meetings, noon meetings? How often are meetings going on?
So before COVID, we had many more meetings than we do right now. We used to have a 6 o'clock meeting every morning, a lot of noon meetings. Most evenings, we would have more than one meeting an evening. Now we have about one almost every evening. I know there's one Saturday mornings, there's one Saturday evenings, but we don't have as many meetings currently as we did before the pandemic.
Do you think that that's something that will eventually pick back up?
I would hope so, yeah, and I would imagine it would.
If someone was watching that is in recovery and thinking of opening a meeting there and starting their own 12-step meeting, would they just reach out to the club? How do they go about doing that?
Yeah, they could, we have our phone numbers of some of the board members posted on the front door. They could call any one of us and ask. You could go to our Facebook page and you could post the question there and we could respond to you. But yes, it's pretty simple. If you wanted to open a meeting, just get in contact with one of us that's on the board, and most likely if the time slot's available, you can have your meeting. Yeah.
Why do you think it is so important because this episode is on prevention, and prevention, generally people would look at it and think you're preventing people from ever getting involved in drugs. Why is prevention good for even people that are in recovery?
Well, for a lot of people, relapse is a part of recovery, but it doesn't have to be, right? So if they're involved in something like the Triangle Recovery Club or the activities that we do, they come in and they feel the warmth, they feel the love, they feel the sense of community, they build friendships, they work a program, and hopefully because of that, and that place being there to support people in recovery, that they'll be in the center of what we do, and so that they'll hopefully have friends around them to keep them accountable, right? And people to lean on if they're having trouble, if they're struggling, And then also, I know for me, I got sober young, right? So my initial thought getting sober was, great, I'm gonna have to spend the rest of my life doing nothing. And I have totally found that has not been the case. I have an amazing fellowship of friends. There are so many people in recovery in this area in particular that are very just awesome people. And if I wasn't having fun in recovery, it would be a lot easier to make the choice if things are going wrong to go back out, right? So having that support system from the club, being able to go to a meeting, all of the time, being able to reach out to people that are involved with the club or that they've met through there, and just, having activities to do instead of sitting around, on the weekend with nothing to do, like, oh, well, we've got the Triangle Recovery Club Cornhole Tournament, let's go to that. And just being able to be in the middle and enjoy life, I think absolutely helps. We're supposed to have fun, even though we're sober.
Yeah, I'm so glad you said that, because it is people that I work with that I'm trying to help get into recovery, and especially if it's young people, they feel like my life is over, I'm never going to have fun again, I'm going to continue to struggle with not using drugs and alcohol. And what I have found, and what many others have found, and you as well, is it's not a struggle every day when you take on these preventative measures of having fun. Having fun is probably one of the biggest prevention tools for people like us in recovery.
Right, when you see how good life can be.
Yes. Well, Shannan, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you coming out, and I know firsthand how much work and how much dedication you have to the Triangle Recovery Club. And for me, I just want to tell you how much I appreciate it. And I appreciate that the place is open and that people like myself and many friends that I have a place to go to and have a cup of coffee and sit around and shoot pool and talk and have a good time. So we really appreciate you coming out and sharing about it.
Thanks for having me.
Recovery is not boring. In fact, it's just the opposite. One of the biggest prevention tools for people in recovery is having good, clean, and sober fun. If you would like to learn more about the Triangle Recovery Club, visit trcofwestminster.com.